Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. For those of you that are just joining me, today I have with me the energy of Archangel Michael, who wants to discuss the fact that we are being awakened and different ways in which it can happen. If you're on TikTok or YouTube, please give it a note if you are getting sound. We have changed our microphone system, and I want to make certain that you are all getting sound correctly so that everybody gets to participate here today. Good morning, Tanya, Amanda. Good to see you. Can you guys hear me okay? Wonderful. Wonderful. Perfect. I'm also using a new microphone system with my phone, so people on TikTok, I will be able to bring you on live, and I won't have to change the quality of the sound that's being put through the microphone now. So welcome to a brand new day and welcome to a brand new moment. So I had a very abrupt awakening this morning at 5 o'clock. And it was Archangel Michael. He told me to get the hell out of bed. Right? He said, get out of bed. Get to the gym now. It's really important because the way it happened, I was in a deep, relaxed state, and all of a sudden I felt like I'd been punched in the back. Literally, I felt like I was physically punched in the back. When my body came out of that state it was in, my body went, oh my, because this sudden literal force, at least that's how it felt to my perception, that this physical force had punched me in the back and told me to get out of bed. And I asked him, why is that? He said, people must realize that if they don't want to awaken, they're going to be given louder and louder reminders that it is time to choose to awaken. So after he did that and I heard the words, get out of bed, I immediately got out of bed. You won't need to hit me more than once to get me to pay attention. But for every...
Mike is off on TikTok.
Mike is off on TikTok? Let's take a look here. Oh, I see why. There we go. We should be on TikTok now. I got a new microphone system, so I'm trying to figure out how to make certain everything works perfectly.
Yes.
Is there sound there now? Have you guys got sound on TikTok? Just give a quick thumbs up or yes. Wonderful. Thank you. So I had this sudden awakening this morning that really startled me. It was like getting a physical blow to the back. And then I was told, get out of bed, go to the gym. In those exact words. In this time of ascension, several things become very, very important. Physical health. You are going to get wake-up calls, and they're going to get louder until you wake up. Some of those wake-up calls could be events that are not so pleasant, and they can be events that are extremely pleasant. They can be physical interactions with individuals you never expected to interact with. But all of these events and circumstances are important. Physical health is very important. Mental health is very important. And mental health, you have so much more authority and autonomy over your mind than you have been led to believe. You must wake up to this understanding that you have far greater authority and autonomy over your mind than you have been led to believe. And your suffering will increase as long as you remain asleep. Your discomfort within yourself will not diminish if you choose to stay asleep. All that is happening right now is designed to bring you into a state of awakening. A state of awakening. Number sequences, strange voices, things that suddenly happen out of nowhere. Everything is giving you an opportunity to awaken. And what is it that you are going to awaken to? You're going to awaken your soul, to who you really are as a spiritual consciousness, a divine creator here in this world, to learn the function and practice of creation. Not simply to be a meat sack working 9 to 5, for many lifetimes under the conditioning and programming of other individuals. Awakening means that you begin to differentiate your awareness from your mind and body, which begins to put you into a position of asserting deliberate authority and change over your mind and body, and therefore your environment, as your body and your mind and the environment are very intimately connected. The experiences that you are having, the events and circumstances that are unfolding around you are occurring because what is occurring in your own mind and your own body, your own emotions. And you have far greater authority over these than you have been led to believe. And it is important you begin to consider your physical health, your mental health. These were given to you to cherish, to honor, to take care of, to make it divine and beautiful, to make your mind beautiful, your heart a shining light of divine expression, your physical organism vibrant and strong, vital and healthy. It is well within your means now to begin to pay attention to your wake-up calls. Your wake-up calls may come in the form of somebody departing your life quite unexpectedly. Your wake-up call might come in the form of an economic transformation or change in your life. Your wake-up call could come as a voice speaking to you from around you without any apparent source. Your wake-up call could come as a personal experience, forcing you to evaluate how you are treating yourself in terms of your body, your mind. There are many different forms of wake-up calls, but they all have the same result and goal in mind: to awaken you to the recognition and understanding that you are a divine creator by nature. But you must choose to accept that mantle, so to speak, that gift that was offered to you at the moment of your conception into existence, the gift of your divinity, the gift of your limitless creation, the gift of your playfulness and innovation, the gift of your excitement, your passion. These must be awakened by you. Many of you are so dependent upon the world around you that you have forgotten how to manage the world within you, and you seek outside yourself amelioration from your internal suffering, not understanding yet that you are the mechanism for transformation and change of your own mind. And you may certainly encounter individuals and mentors and teachers and such as those that will indeed be able to guide you to a higher expression of yourself. But you must have both the desire to awaken and the desire to end your suffering, which everyone actually has, whether you are aware of it or not. You all have the desire to end your suffering. Every one of you has the desire to end your suffering. It is unfortunate that not many of you understand that the capacity to end your suffering truly exists within you, that you can come to an understanding of your mind and how to operate it and direct it and maintain its function, or that your body too can come under the jurisdiction of your awareness and how you would interact with it and treat it and function with it, that you can be the architect of your own liberation, the architect of your own awakening. Or you may choose to remain in the realm of dependency upon the outside world as the only source for joy, love, peace, inspiration. The simple act of learning to meditate, which is to give yourself some breathing space from your mind and body, to get yourself differentiated from them, that you can begin to remember the exquisite you that you are. And the exquisite you that you are is not the body. It is not the mind, but you have that body and you have that mind, and you use your exquisite consciousness to utilize them in the function of creation. Many of you associate yourself as being the body, as being the contents of your mind, and nothing can be further from the truth. Your mind and body are instruments for you to express the music of your soul as creative expression. That is what your mind and body is. It's an instrument for you to express the creative nature of your soul through it. It is not who you are. Many of you get so confused thinking your body is this and your mind is that and this is who you are. This is not true. But the body that you have and the mind that you have are uniquely suited for your divine purpose, your function of your soul. Your body as it was given to you, your mind as it is now, both come under the jurisdiction of your authority, and both are designed to serve you fully and completely in the capacity you are able to develop yourself in expressing. You must choose. And whether you choose or not, you will receive the call to awaken. Be mindful because events are accelerating quite rapidly now. And so establishing an awareness of who you really are and not simply seeing yourself as a mind and body instrument, beginning to remember who you are, the exquisite nature of your being, that you are a soul, that you were given custody of a mind and body, that you would learn how to operate the equipment to execute your purpose through this equipment that you have. Every animal in nature was given a body, and the rudimentary understanding of what thinking is necessary in order for it to survive. And you look at the birds and the bees and the other creatures of the world, they do not struggle as you struggle, humanity. They were given very specific elements to create with, and they create very perfectly and precisely. You too have been given a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to express in this world your true nature, to not remain subjugated to the flesh as being that which defines you, or the conceptions given to you by man define you, to learn to take your attention to go inward, to find the divine within yourself, to realize your own divinity, and in that begin to discover what your function of purpose is, which is wherever you are right now. Are you being a function of goodness and love, or are you being a function of fear, power, authority, and control? What are you choosing? What are you being? What are you doing? The choice is exquisitely yours. As I've already said, there are many ways that you will be awakened. It will vary from individual to individual. With this one, sometimes a good proverbial punch in the back is what this one certainly needed today to get himself moving in a timely fashion. But your wake-up call can come in many ways, not necessarily aggressive or unpleasant. Some of them can come in very beautiful ways, like the birth of a child or a new opportunity. There are many beautiful ways that you can be awakened, and you're often given those opportunities to awaken, to remember who you are, what your true purpose is. And each and every one of you knows that you were made for a reason. You were not made for nothing. If you were made for nothing, you would not be here. You would simply be nothing. So each and every one of you knows that you have a value and a meaning in this world. Unfortunately, very many of you do not know how to access or assess or identify what your value is. And so it is important then that you begin the process of understanding the rudimentary steps of awakening. How do you honor your temple, your physical body? How do you treat the servant that was given to you, as your body is the servant of your will? You are not the servant of its will, it is the servant of your will. If we say to this body, pick up this, the body will execute this request. The body is not who you are, it is the instrument or the vehicle through which you can express your nature, your creative consciousness. And how do you treat your servant? With what love do you treat your physical body? In what you eat, in what you drink, in how you sleep, how you play? How do you treat your servant? And your mind also, another delightful gift given to you, a system of information that can store all of creation's knowledge within it, and that you have access to that mind, and you can gain access to all the wisdom and knowledge of creation through your mind. And how do you treat your mind? Do you treat your mind with good thought, with gentleness, with reason, with intelligence, with patience? How do you interact with that mind of yours? Or are you frustrated and annoyed and disturbed and distracted by things? How are the servants behaving? If the servants aren't behaving correctly, then it is your responsibility to make the changes in them, to direct them to change, as you can direct your mind and you can direct your body to change. If you do not understand this, then it is important you begin to understand it, that your body is a servant for you. Your mind also is a servant for you. Many of you have fallen subjective to the impulses of the senses, the excitation of sensation above the realm of reason and intelligence. That which is not good for you, obviously being misunderstood as being good for you, and that which is bad for you, oftentimes being mistaken as something which is good for you. These are not perceptions of judgment, but simply observable and established realities that we see. How do you treat your mind? Many of you will find your mind seems to be something that comes against you, but we can assure you that your mind is not by nature designed to be against you. Your mind has been conditioned and trained by the environment around you before you had sufficient enough awareness to begin to evaluate the contents of your mind. Unfortunately, by that time, most of what you were given in your mind, you had no say over. Your name, what people thought of you, whether you were pretty or beautiful or wonderful or cherished or whatever you were given to think in your mind from your environment. And many of you leave your minds unquestioned as to the source and nature of your thoughts, your beliefs, your ideas. Very few of you question what is in your own mind and where it originated and why it is there and what is this thought for? Why do you think this way about other people? Why is it you think this way about yourself? Very few of you effectively evaluate your mind and then begin a process of restructuring it so that it serves you, and that you don't find yourself overwhelmed with the contradictory and sometimes confusing information, ideas given to you by the environment, as there are many of those being propagated now, much confusion given to your mind, and you can see that very little good is coming of it. We watch as we see such things as riots and destruction, greed, running rampant upon your planet, and very few of you understanding its nature or its source. But let us quite simply say to you that your mind and the information contained within your mind is not you. The mind is not you. It is information you've acquired from this world of the senses. And that thing that you call your mind is a structure of information that comes under the dominion of the label given to you, the label of your personality, whether you're called Amanda or George or Mary or Bob or Rachel. The information under that personality construct that you must learn to differentiate yourself from as awareness. That you have thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. You have memories, but you are not your memories. You have a body, but you are not your body. But they're instruments that you experience this dimension of time and space and matter through, and through which you can create effects in this dimension of time, space, and matter. My primary reason for coming today was just to remind you that you are all being awakened, whether you are conscious of that fact or not, or whether you wish to accept that fact or not, or even deny it. You will be given many clear and concise opportunities to recognize that you are being guided to awaken. Conditions of disease are calls to awaken. Conditions of vitality are calls to awaken. Conditions of poverty and difficulty are calls to awaken. Conditions of your own guilt and shame are calls to awaken. Whatever it is that is needed to awaken you shall be provided. Because in your soul, you are asking to be awakened. You do not wish to be enslaved to your mind and to your body, to the mechanisms of this world that subjugate so many of you to the unfortunate illusion that you are nothing more than servants to some invisible masters that you very rarely get to see, but whom have a very definitive hold on your consciousness, your health, and your minds in ways that, again, are not so good. But even this is a call to awaken, as being subjugated to conditions not fit for you to thrive in is a call to awaken. You have systems of political and social constructs that serve to enslave and restrict and reduce your ability to function individually as the unique soul that you came here to become and articulate through your expression. That these other elements, again, are simply wake-up calls. The process of awakening in the beginning stages is fairly simple. First and foremost, you must begin to retain and regain authority, loving authority over your physical body. By what you eat, by what you drink, by how you breathe, how you walk, how you entreat your body. And in your mind, to learn to go through the cluttered busyness of your mind and evaluate what thoughts are worthy of keeping, what ideas serve your well-being and your life, and which ideas do not. Cast out from your mind those ideas that do not serve you, that do not elevate you closer and closer to your highest expression of yourself. Everything that you engage in, if you're sufficiently aware enough, everything that you engage in, both in thought and in action through the body, everything should serve to elevate your consciousness to its highest expression of itself into this world, that you are free to express your highest potential in this world. It is a matter then of beginning to take the simple basic steps. Begin where you can. Begin with your body. Begin making it well, giving it proper water, proper food, proper play. Give it time to rest, the fundamental things that your body requires. And many of you have become so disconnected from those fundamental things. And then your mind, the beautiful mind that you were given that can can create and manifest, transform, transmute, and change time, space, and matter. You ever wonder why your mind, you can think something and it is done in your mind so quickly? You can see the end result of your desired outcome through the functioning of your own mind, because your mind can assemble reality very quickly. You bring it down into this physical world, then you enter the realm of time and space and matter. But in your mind, the function of time and space changes significantly. And your mind needs to be structured in such a way that it serves you, that you have no more fear governing your thoughts, anger, judgment, guilt, shame. These are very important. To release these, to restore your mind to love, to restore your mind to love. And some of you may say, well, what is love? All I feel is suffering and pain. It's because you are being called to awaken. And we would simply say to you, love is that state of being where you can learn to extend your love and grace to your pain. We've seen it many times. We've seen many people who are in pain and they extend their love to their pain, and their pain transmutes. It vanishes like magic, as love is a transforming energy in and of itself. So you have these great wake-up calls coming, and they will come faster and faster. And the deeper your denial of who you are is, the more profound and intense these wake-up calls will be. Do not waste time. Time is something that your mind and body do not have a lot of. You have an eternity, but your mind and body have a very limited time for that process of self-realization that you're seeking. So when I was lying in bed this morning before he came, I was just so asleep, and then that pound in the middle of my back tells me to get out of bed and get to the gym, right? Very important. Wake-up calls. That's our subject today, wake-up calls. Got sound on YouTube, wonderful. How can I heal things with my daughter? The first thing you need to do to heal things with your daughter is you need to heal them within yourself first. You need to go within to where your pain with your daughter is, and you need to assuage your pain with love. Bring yourself to the pain and the hurt that you feel within your body. It lives in your body. All of your memories, all of your emotions live in your body, and you can change them by the way you interact with that body and the way you interact with the information in your mind. So we would simply say to you, turn your attention to the hurt and the upset and the pain that you feel, and to that hurt, to that pain, to that upset within your body. With regard to your daughter, simply turn to it and say, I love you. I love you, and I'm willing to love you more. Speak these words to your discomfort, for the disconnect with your daughter is within you. It is not because of her. Heal that within yourself that feels separate from her, and you shall surely come together fairly quickly. But your belief that there is something to heal, again, you believe there's something wrong. In the realm of your divine nature, there is nothing wrong. There is an order. You would recognize that there is an order of events unfolding for you and for your daughter. There is an order of events. And you can say to that part that's desiring that healing and that closeness and that unity, you can say, all is in good order. My daughter and I will reunite in God's time. You can speak those words and be surprised at what will change inside how you feel. But you must acknowledge that your daughter is also being guided as well in her life. Have faith in that which guides you both. Good question. Thank you for doing this video today and enjoying it. You're very welcome. Good morning, William, and all, or whatever time it is where you are at the present. Hi, Andrea. Good. Remember to give the video a thumbs up if you're on YouTube, give it a thumbs up, give it likes and thumbs up on the TikTok. Let other people have the benefit of the information that comes through here. Oh, you're very welcome, Joy. Does Archangel Michael have a message for me today? Feeling stuck. Yeah, pay attention to the message she just gave to Joy about her daughter. Turn your attention to that stuck feeling inside. Turn your attention to that stuck feeling inside. Get close to it, and to the stuck feeling say, no matter how you feel, I love you anyway. Just communicate that to that stuck feeling inside and watch what happens. You have, as Michael was saying earlier, we have authority. We're designed to have authority over our minds and our bodies. So turn to that stuck feeling inside and say those words. And say those words and watch what happens to it. Once you feel the feeling change, then everything else connected to it will begin to change simultaneously. Is the land I live on in sacred ancestral ground? It has that element to it. I'm getting a strong yes. I'm getting a strong yes for the northeast section. The northeast section of your property. It would be very good to go and burn some, put some tobacco on the ground there, and to again do some smudging of the land. Use some white sage and an eagle's feather, if you can get an eagle's feather, and use that to offer a clearing to the land at the northeast segment of your property. Right. All land is sacred. Michael's just telling me to say that. All land is sacred. Oh, wow. Thank you for that game control in the rainbow. You're very welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Question from Mary. Any message for me on this beautiful day? Yeah, I'm just being told to tell you to open your heart and allow the divine to enter your heart in the way that it is able to at this time. To literally open the heart center and allow the divine to enter into your heart in the way that it's able to at this time. Right? Thank you for that, Kat. That super chat. Really appreciate that. Good morning. Am I on a healthy path with Siwa? I'm being told yes, but you need to liberate your fear and uncertainty around your feelings about the relationship. Release your fear and uncertainty around the relationship. Change the statement, am I on, to I am on. Because it's about your path and his path. And if your path is I am on the path of the right relationship with him, then that is your path. And if he's on that path of it being the right relationship for him, then that is his path. But you must assume authority over your path completely and fully. Well, Nature's asking in my dream, who was the person helping me to transform? Thank you, William and Archangel Michael. Yes, I get it was Archangel Gabriel immediately. Archangel Gabriel was the one that was helping you awaken in that dream state. I know for me this morning it was definitely Archangel Michael. Very, very intense blow to the back. Oh, you're very welcome, Mary. Hi. Hello, William. Why my son in heaven was calling me yesterday? Why was my son in heaven calling me yesterday? He wants you to feel his love. He wants you to feel his love's presence. The words I'm hearing is, do not mourn or weep for my love. For I am in the place of my heart now, and I am grateful. And you have helped me to arrive. You've helped me to arrive home. So it's kind of like a clarion call where he's sounding like a that's the only way I can put it in words, like this that call was like an issuing of a sound of great gratitude and appreciation and respect to you for your participation in bringing him closer to his home, which is where he is now. Hello. Hi. Thank you for the game bow. I've never seen a game bow before. That was pretty cool. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Amanda. You're awesome. Wonderful. Chris Walsh. Eagle's feathers cannot be possessed by non-Native Americans in the U.S. Understand you might need to, you can speak to find your local Native tribe and speak to them and ask one of them to come out and do the blessing, but you can still do the tobacco. And again, don't use the tobacco you find in cigarettes that mass manufacturers poison everybody with. If you can go to a native reserve, get their real natural tobacco that they grow. You want to use that tobacco and the white sage. If you can't get an eagle's feather, then get a hawk's feather. Will be a good substitute again, or request a native medicine man or woman to come and do the blessing for you. But it's the northeast corner of the property. Hi. Yes, illegal. My grandmother, hang on. My grandmother placed one at my feet. It was a gift from, therefore, not illegal. Yes, you can receive a gift. If you get a gift of an eagle's feather from a native, that's a very different thing. Then it's something very different. But again, eagle's feathers are very important culturally speaking. And there's usually a story associated with. There's a process that a person goes through to receive one, right? I have my eagle's feather story. I don't know where it is, but it's packed away somewhere in a very sacred little box. And I got my eagle's feather from a native woodcarver who had a condition called ankylospondylitis. And it's a condition where the spine begins to curl and tighten and things begin to fuse. And he went from being 6'7" to down to like 6 feet. And he was really hunched over, and he looked like a big question mark almost. And somebody told him that I was a form of healer. And he came, and over a period of about 4 weeks, we had him go into the consciousness of the body and communicate with the body and find out what was going on and extend the love and gratitude. He gained about 4 inches of his height back over the 5 or 6 weeks that he came. He gained about 4 or 5 inches of his height back. And the gift in return was this beautiful carved box with wonderful engravings on the outside, and then this beautiful leather strapping that held it closed, and a wonderful eagle's feather was placed inside a chamber that was designed specifically for that particular eagle feather. It's a beautiful thing. Every eagle feather needs to have a story. Charlie's asking, it is our earth. I think as long as you're not hunting eagles to take their feathers, you will be okay. Break the chains. Yes. Someone's saying here it's the intention behind it. Yes, the intention can change things very easily. There we go. Breakthroughs usually come after tough times. But what Archangel Michael is saying is that we're all everybody's getting wake-up calls. Even the people that are causing most of the mischief on the planet right now, they're getting wake-up calls. And their wake-up calls will be significantly bigger than ours. Very different. Kamana Ra is asking, will the issue with my family's stolen property be resolved. I'm getting a very strong yes. I'm getting a very strong yes for that. What's really important is you need to feel and embody that yes in your body. You need to feel that yes living in your body and in your mind. Have no other option in your mind for it. You're participating in the process. It's the whole idea of owning land is kind of strange anyway. You know, the planet is everybody's. The planet is everybody's, right? It's yours, it's mine, it's all of ours. Lauren's asking, last night I was listening to channeling of archangels, and as I prayed, my body twitched. What was that about? You're connecting to their energy. Your body's beginning to connect to their energy. Your body will always react and respond. It's designed that way. In our Masterclass 101, in the process, we call it awakening. And you go through a process of literally reestablishing the proper, healthy, constructive relationship you're meant to have with your mind and body. And your mind and body get returned to being your servants and you being their master. Because you're designed by nature to be the master of your mind and the master of your body. You were not meant to be subjective to how I feel and how I think and all the aches and pains. You're meant to be a master of the body. You were designed to be the operator of the system, not imprisoned by it. Right? That's wonderful. For those of you here, I wanted to highly recommend the master courses provided by William and his team. Yeah, it's very amazing. The constant ringing in my ears never stops. Is there anything specific that I can do to ease it? Learn to hear what is being said to you. It's not in physical words, it's in sensations, right? One of the things I'm being told to tell you right now, Andrea, is you want to actually listen to the ringing. You don't want to dismiss it, and ask the sensation of the ringing to represent itself to you in a way that you can understand it. To ask the vibration of that ringing to represent itself in a way that you can understand it. Because man, everybody's getting wake-up calls right now. And if you're getting ringing in the ears, are some of the symptoms of ascension too. Ringing in the ears, nervousness, twitches, sudden sounds, sensations around you. Very, very wide range of events and circumstances that can be symptoms of ascension. But for you specifically, Andrea, you want to sit down, listen to the ringing, and communicate to the ringing to represent the information in a way that you can understand it. And then have a pen and paper ready because you're going to get changes in the information coming through you. Good morning, Drusilla. Wonderful. Good to see you. Glad you made it back, darling. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think we're almost done today. I have a couple of readings coming up right after this. Can I ask if you have any message from my father? Yes, you can ask if I have any message from him. Let's see if I can tune into him. I don't know, but I'm hearing the words, I just want to mosey on down to the ranch and sit and watch the cows in the field. Those are the words that I'm getting right now. I just want to mosey on down to the ranch and sit and watch the cows in the field. Let us know what that means to you and how that connects in your consciousness to what your dad wants to connect with you. Yes, and he wants you to be there with him. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Appreciate it. How do I get an eagle feather? I feel you're special. I hope I have ringing in my ears too. A lot of people getting ringing in the ears right now. Very important. You can only receive information at the level you're at. I want to say that again because they keep telling me this over and over again. They tell all the students the same thing in our master classes. By the way, you've only got like 3 weeks left to sign up for Masterclass 101. Go sign up for it now. It's a life-changing course, and it will take you along this path faster than anything else that that's out there right now. Yeah, okay. I lost my train of thought there, pardon me. Yeah, there we go. Hello from Germany. Glad you made it here. Yeah, let me know about your father. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes. So yeah, you've got 3 weeks. Masterclass 101 is a 3-week course. In this 3-week course, it's called Awakening. You're going to be working with myself and 4 other mediums, and we'll take you on a journey of self-awakening, self-awareness, and awakening your clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance. You can get a full description of the course on my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and go into the store or the shop, and you'll find a full description of Masterclass 101 Awakening. It begins in just under 3 weeks. So sign up. Don't waste any time. It's going to be an amazing course. It runs from Sunday to Friday. There's one live event every single day on Zoom. Each live event, you'll experience the unique abilities and gifts of our different mediums. You'll experience an introduction to changing your diet through one of our instructors is a holistic practitioner, and she's got a really wonderful way of helping you to comprehend and understand how to heal your body through nutrition. It's a very beautiful thing. And of course, the Ascended Masters channel directly through me throughout the course. Again, there's one live event from Monday to Friday every week. So it's an intensive course. It's not just some weekend thing. It's a very intense thing where you're going to be taught meditation, proper health, proper grounding, proper meditation. You're going to learn all of these things. You're going to be introduced to things that you may never have experienced before that are going to take your life in an amazing and powerful course that will literally change your life forever and for the better. Don't waste your life. Don't waste time not getting the information and knowledge you need right now. Thank you. Are the master classes all day? No, the master classes are 1 hour each day. On Sunday, it's usually 3 p.m. on Sundays. On Monday, it's 4 to 6 p.m. Mondays. On Tuesdays, it's usually around 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, it's 4 to 6 p.m. On Thursdays, it's about 11 a.m. On Fridays, it's 4 to 6 p.m. And then we take Saturday off. Every single live event is recorded and placed upon a private group wall where you can study and evaluate and review all the lessons. So even if you can't make a live event, you'll be able to watch the recorded version of it in a private group wall where you can, again, study and practice all that you need to during that time. So it doesn't matter what time zone you're in, you won't miss any of the activities. Thank you for asking. Good question. Drusilla saying, take the class. And I'm saying, take the class. When you get connected to the energy of ascended masters and multidimensional beings that have as their goal your own self-enlightenment, guiding you in the process of awakening you to awaken you, it's a journey that is often not taken by most people. Don't be one of those people that don't take the journey. Be one of the people that takes the journey. I'm hearing some of you talk about the ringing in the ears. These sensations are not just random things. There's nothing random in our lives. There's information that you're not able to understand because your mechanism of perception doesn't allow you to perceive the information in the right framework. But you'll learn how to see and hear very differently in the master classes. Yes. People probably don't ask this, but I wonder, how you are and how you cope with doing this type of job. Thank you, Sarah. I love what I get to do. I mean, up to 6 years ago, my life was very different, and I'm truly honored and privileged to be a vehicle for this information. My life gets better and better and better every day in every way. It's what happens when you start connecting to your real purpose. And each and every one of you has a real purpose. And our masterclass is designed to get you plugged back into who you are so you can remember what you came here for. The most challenging and difficult way to live is to live without a purpose. That's why so many people are challenged. They don't think they have anything to live for. But you came here because you have a purpose. You just have to discover it. So I love what I do because I get to bear witness to Jesus and Buddha and Archangel Michael and many other master teachers coming through and guiding people towards themselves, towards who you are, and the process of remembering what you came here and what your reason for being is. So I love what I get to do. It's truly an honor and a privilege. It really, really is. Thank you for asking that question. Bridget saying, your soul will be thankful for you taking the course with the master classes. They are life-changing. I don't usually seek this type of advice, but my mom recently passed and I feel a little lost. I love watching your videos. Sarah, let me just say this to you. When in those moments where you're feeling lost, that's where she's connecting with you. It's just that we get so conditioned into thinking the physical person has to be there to feel their presence. So the next time you have that lost feeling, sit back, relax, feel that sensation of the lost feeling, and then ask your mother to come close to you and watch what happens to that lost feeling. Just ask your mother to bring herself closer to you, because she doesn't have a physical self. She has a spiritual self. Now, a physical self is in the ground. The spiritual self still is active and conscious. And when you interact with it, it will interact with you. So ask her in those moments of sadness. That's when she's trying to connect with you. So feel her presence. Sense she might be coming around you as a breeze. She might be giving you tingling sensations. She'll connect you in the way that you're open and receptive to receiving it. And do it right now. Go. Just ask your mother to come around you and connect with you right now. And then describe in the comment section what you experienced. It only takes a few seconds. Once you acknowledge the present, you'll feel it. Right. I got about 3 minutes left. Why can't people remember being born or younger years, like 1 month to 12? That's a great question. So why can't people remember being born? Well, everybody can remember being born, but you can't remember being born if you're locked into the structure of the personality that the world has given you. The world has given you beliefs, ideas about who you are supposed to be. You are this body, you are these thoughts, you are Johnny, you are Mary, you've been given this belief system about who you are. And that belief system keeps you trapped in that belief system. Now, the information that you're asking about between ages 0 and, say, ages 2 years of age, they're not remembered as language in your mind. They're remembered as sensations in your consciousness. So in doing like hypnotic regression, you can literally bring yourself back to the moment of conception, which I have spontaneously experienced, which is an amazing thing. And I got to remember why I came into this world. So it's not that you can't remember. Most people try to remember from the perspective of the personality, but the perspective of the personality only holds what's in the perspective of the personality. But if you go deeply inside and bring your consciousness back in time, you can go back to the moment of conception. So it's not that people can't. It's just that most people are identified with the information they have in the mind as being the only reality of perception. That's true. Most people believe that the only information is what they have in their mind. Very few people look outside of what they know to understand what they don't know. And what you're asking about is what most people don't know. But you can still connect to it. Come join our master classes. That would be a really wonderful goal for you to achieve. Sign up for our master class 101. It starts in about 3 weeks, and make that one of your goals to be able to connect to your history, your past lives, to your moment of conception, to yourself when you were 1. I'm about as far back now as about 18 months of age, where I can see particles of light coming through the sunlight, passing over my crib in the bedroom, and being fascinated by watching these little specks of dust and realizing they were all alive and had purpose and meaning. It was a really fascinating thing for a 18-month-old perception, to have that awareness, right? Great question. Last question coming up here. My eyes were shut closed and I couldn't shut them closed anymore. That happens a lot. Because some people can do where the eyes, you need to have the eyes open and you can go back, you can leave, you can go into a different dimension with the eyes open too. Anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out today. Remember to like, subscribe, share, follow. I want to thank Archangel Michael for being present with us and the few beings that came through and communicated to us. And I'm really curious about that message that came through from that woman's father and what that meant to her. Oh, hello, little guy. Okay. So everybody, have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day. And remember, today is a brand new day. And now is a brand new moment. Remember that. Don't live in your past. Don't live in a future. Don't live in a future past. Come into the moment because it's brand new right now. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.